This is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today is Monday, December 2nd, 2024. It is 9:57 and 18 seconds, p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, UFO sightings, 1904. So let's hop to it here. One of the earliest formation cases was reported February 28, 1904, by a ship in North Pacific off San Francisco. 3 members off the crew of the USS Supply at 6:10 a.m. local time sighted an Echelon formation of 3 remarkable meteors, which appeared near the horizon below clouds, moving directly toward the ship. As they approached, the UFOs began soaring rows above the cloud layer and were observed climbing into space, still an Echelon. The lead object was egg-shaped and about the size of 6 suns, about 3 degrees apart. The other 2 were smaller and appeared to be perfectly round. They remained visible for over 2 minutes. Meteors, of course, do not travel in Echelon formation, change course, and climb nor remain visible for 2 minutes. Perhaps the most detailed and instructive formation case on record is the sighting of Capt. William B. Nash, Pan American Airway pilot, and his co-pilot William Fortenberry, July 14, 1952, near Newport News, Virginia. In addition to being an example of precise formation flight, the report contains several other elements suggesting intelligent control. When an inline formation of disc made an abrupt stop, 2 of the rear objects overrode the front one. This could be interpreted as a sign of pilot error or lag in reaction time. After the 6 discs flipped over and reversed course, 2 more sped up and joined the formation. The best known case of this type was documented on film by Navy Warrant Officer Dilbert C. Newhouse, July 2, 1952. About 10 or 12 disc-shaped objects milling around in a group were observed by Newhouse and his wife near Trenton, Utah. The 16mm color film shows bright round lights, occasionally tilting and appearing elliptical in outline. From film analysis report, the UFOs often seem clustered in constellations or formations, which are recognizable for as long as 17 seconds. They seem to cluster in groups of 2s and 3s. The edges of the images are sharp and clear on many of the properly exposed frames. Their pattern of motion is essentially a curvilinear milling about. Sometimes the objects appear to circle about each other. An early cluster case also from responsible witnesses took place July 4, 1947, at about 9:12 p.m. Captain E.J. Smith and the crew of the United Airlines plane were en route to Portland, Oregon, where earlier that day formations of disc-shaped UFOs had been reported. 5 disc-shaped objects in a loose group or formation were seen silhouetted against the western sky for several minutes, opening and closing formation. Then a second group of objects appeared, 3 discs together and 1 by itself. Other examples of cluster or group formation cases appeared in UFO chronology. Some of the most startling formation cases on record are those in which a large central object is observed in the process of launching or taking on board smaller objects very much like an aircraft carrier or mother ship. An example of this was observed by Paul A., Air Force Master Navigator, and other officers September 8, 1958, at Offutt AFB, Omaha, Nebraska. Then small dark objects were seen maneuvering around the large object. Finally, the formation moved away to the west, the parent object still tilted at an angle. In at least one instance, this phenomenon apparently was recorded on radar, December 6, 1952, over the Gulf of Mexico. The crew of the B-29 on a training mission repeatedly tracked UFOs, moving at high speed past the plane, and crew members reported brief visual sightings of fast-moving lights. Finally, the UFOs were seen on the radar scope to merge. With a gigantic blip, radar target was shot off the scope at about 9,000 miles per hour. There is only one aerial phenomenon which remotely resembles the description and performance of UFOs. In these cases, aerial refueling operations by jets and tanker aircraft. In the cases cited, no such operations were reported in progress in the area of the sightings. And this is Professor Christopher, codename Will, leader of research scientist ufologist, computer technician, computer programmer, philanthropist, writer, mathematician, artist, photographer, film producer, chef, animal, and nature lover, passion, world peace. And this video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day. This is a